Hello, my name is Vonetta Page Young. I was born in Walter Reed Army Hospital, located in Washington, D.C. on June the 25th, 1954. I am the fourth child of five. The period in which I was born was known as the baby boomer generation. I currently live in Clinton, Maryland. As a child of the 50s, 60s, and 70s, I experienced a lot of ignorance and prejudice, even though my parents tried to shield us from it. I remember when John F. Kennedy became president and was old enough to realize he was trying to make a difference and how we as black people were viewed and how we were treated. I experienced the March on Washington with Martin Luther King Jr., and I was directly impacted by the riots after his assassination. That was the first time I experienced that kind of direct devastation and destruction. I knew about death, however, that type of experience for a 14-year-old was very emotional and traumatic and had a lifelong effect on me. Education, on the other hand, was not a priority in my household. It was not stressed how important education and work were in order to be a productive person in our society. So, in turn, I did not take school as seriously as some of my peers. I was not a good student and I was not proactive with my educational growth. By the time I got to high school, I was into young men. This was just another distraction. I got pregnant going into my senior year. I had my son in 1972, my last year of high school. I did go back once I had him, graduated, and became a mother. I was not interested in going to college and really did not know that I had an option to go. I did not have an interest in getting married either. I guess I was in an emotional rut and did not know it. After high school, I got a job with the District of Columbia government. However, that only lasted a year. With no job experience or even a desire to get some experience, I was just not equipped emotionally or experienced enough to want to be a positive person when it came to my future. After that job experience and other meaningless employment through the years, I told myself that I had to find something I was interested in doing because I could not continue down this sad road. I also looked at my son and wanted him to have a better outlook on life than myself. I started searching for schools that had job training and placement. After a lengthy search for something that interested me, I finally found the Washington Urban League had a 6 month free computer programming class. While taking this class, I realized that this was something I liked doing. I did so well in the computer class that I received the Most Outstanding Achievement Award. Some of the employees at the Washington Urban League were so impressed with my dedication that they employed me as a GED instructor in one of the first GED programs in the city. I can honestly say this was the first time I realized I had a passion, and that passion was helping people. I saw the helplessness and hardship the students endured, and it made me take a hard look at my life. The experience impacted me emotionally and made me want something better for them and myself. I stayed with the company until 1989. After that positive, life changing experience, I got a job at the National Institutes of Health, working in the personnel department. During this time, I felt God was shining down on me because after years of not having a desire to be in a serious relationship, and believe me, the men were chasing, he sent me a man. I cannot say he was the man of my dreams because I did not know what kind of man I was looking for or even needed in my life, but God did. After dating David for 3 years and a whole lot of uncertainty, resistance on my part, and patience and perseverance on his part, I can now say my husband of 20 years, and he was one of the best things that happened to me. We grew to love and respect each other to the fullest. I left National Institute of Health in 1995 and was employed with the District of Columbia government again and have been employed with the government since. I decided to go back to school in 2010 because I wanted to satisfy my educational desires. I also wanted my family and friends to be proud of me after so many years of not really completing anything. My life's goal is to show my grandkids that no matter what is it that you want out of life, as long as you are realistic about it, and if you put your mind to achieving it and honestly striving for it, realizing that it might not come easy, but never giving up, you can have it. I am a data trainer for the agency I work for, and I feel that this class will help me to relax and become a more effective instructor while standing in front of the class. Thank you.